Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Sandbox, a place to play for your Radial Collograph project. So all of your brainstorming is going to be done here. So at this point in time, before you open up this slideshow, you're going to have taken some photographs of your little cardboard square with your objects arranged in it in a few different ways. So we're going to go to a new slide and import one of those. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and I'm going to upload for the computer because I emailed them to myself. Now, a lot of people are using Drive and taking photos and taking them right off their phone and putting them directly in Drive, so you could do that too. But mine are already downloaded, so I'm going to come up here and you can see where I've taken my pop tabs and I've made a few different arrangements. So let's just take that first file and open it up. So I need to crop away all this excess. I've done a pretty good job on making it nice and square, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we can come up here and grab our crop tool right here. And I can use my crop tool that way. Or another way that I can grab the crop tool is simply to double click, and that gets me the crop tool. Now, if I was crooked, I could tilt back and forth to try to straighten my image back out again, but this is pretty square, so I'm just going to grab the corners and remove that table in the background, which is my desk in the classroom. Okay, so now I've cropped my image and I want to repeat it 4 times so I can start to see what my full print would look like. But this is too big, so we're going to shrink it down. I'm going to grab it by the corner to shrink it down. The reason I do that is because it maintains the aspect ratio. If I grab the sides to do that, I'm going to wreck that and turn it into a rectangle, but I certainly need a square. So I'm going to Control Z to get rid of my little boo-boo there, and I'll just shrink this down a wee bit more. Let's see how we're doing here. I'm going to put it right into this corner and grab the other corner and bring it down because that's a little easier to guess where I'm going. And something like that will probably work out just fine for our little experiments. So now I need to repeat it. So I can do my shortcut of Control P, or I can Control C to copy, and then I can Control P to paste, or I can click this way to paste. Another thing that I can do is do a redo button over here, and that will give me the 4 versions that I need. So I'm going to sort them out into the corners like this, and I've got these guides to sort of help me and keep things centered in the middle. Now you can see my color coding in the middle is not all aligned. So what I really want to do is make sure that I've got all my colors aligned so that I know I'm actually rotating my pattern around. So we're going to go and let's get this little orange corner all lined up. So we're going to select this guy and we're going to come up here to Arrange. And we're going to rotate 90 degrees. And so now I have orange in the middle. And I'm going to repeat that down here. Rotate, rotate, orange in the middle. And come down the bottom and I'll hit it 3 times. And now I've got a situation where I've got all of my images sort of lined up. You can see, oh, it looks kind of like a cool little kaleidoscope thing here. So that's neat. That's with orange in the middle. Let's try it now. We'll duplicate the slide and we'll come down to this one. And let's try it with maybe the red in the middle this time. Oops, I just duplicated the slide again. Let's get rid of that. I need to select that first, come to Arrange, Rotate, and now we can go rotate 90. And I said I wanted the red one in the middle, so we're going to go one more time, and we're going to get the reds in the middle, which have the sort of squiggle effect on them. Those are the reds. Let me turn this guy around just by rotating. Just every time I'm redoing that function. And now I've got all the reds in the middle. And if I come over here and look, I can see I got 2 very different effects going on from these 2 arrangements of my pop tab cardboard setup number 1. So it's kind of interesting to play around with and see what you can come up with. If I just get rid of this slide down here, and this one, and delete. You can see I've done some other arrangements here. I've got the blue in the middle here, and I've got the yellow in the middle here. And these 2 actually look pretty similar. They're pretty close to each other. They're not that exciting. I do really like this one though. So I'm going to hang on to this one. I want to remember it. So I'm just going to come up here to background, and I'm going to change it to yellow so that I kind of highlight it for myself and I remember. So I also went ahead and I did another pop tab arrangement down here. And you can see I also really like the way this one looked. So now I can do some comparisons. I can drag it up and go, okay, which one do I want to go with? And if I decide on this one, then I can say right on, I'm going to copy this and actually glue my pop tabs into that arrangement. And then I'll go ahead and start making my prints. Have fun with it.